What's going on? What's going on, everybody? And welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the legendary D-constructing Topic podcast. My name is David, and I'm your legendary host of this legendary host. Wait, I just said legendary host of this legendary host of this legendary podcast. Oh, I tell you, sometimes, hey, listen, my energy is super superior sometimes in the morning. That sometimes I trip to myself. You know, when people got a little bit too much energy going on, you'll be like, oops, I fell. But anyways, this is the Deconstructing Topic podcast. Let your little music, kind of piano, kind of serenade the souls, the spirits, the physical, whatever the case might be. Welcome to my podcast, ladies and gentlemen, and those all in between. Let's make it happen. We got a little good one going on because this morning, I wake up to a little chilly day here in kind of, late August, whatever it is. And I'm like, okay, here in New York City, summer is about packing up bags and let's be out of here. So if you enjoy this podcast, hit the like, and I'm pretty sure you do. Hit the like, comment, feel free to share. And I want to share this because I'm often said that the morning, it set the tone to what it is that you want to do for the rest of the day. If you have a positive, energetic morning, whatever it is, good chances, hey, the rest of the day, it's going to be on amongst that line. And I always emphasize that a lot of times, we don't need motivation to wake up. Just getting up in itself is a discipline. For those people that have to get up. You're a parent, you got to take your kids to school before you go to work, or you just go to work, or whatever it is. If you're a farmer, you wake up because, hey, you got to feed the animals, all that good stuff. It's a moving part, you know what I mean? But the one thing, that I notice is like, time is flying. That's one. Like flying, like time has wings. Time has a passport and it's getting out of Dodge. Wait a minute. Where are you going, time? Because, for those people out there, it took me too long and a little bit too long for me to get to the age of 18. Once I hit 18, it seems that time, woo. And it's always a thing that they said that, listen, as you get older, you experience just about it all. So nothing is new to you. You know what I mean? So, that's another different podcast that we'll talk about. But one of the things that I want to talk about is that here in the States, and in many, countries, as we moving towards the end of the calendar year, we got the holidays here in the United States. We got the Thanksgiving. We got, it kind of start what we call harvest time, September. We got Labor Day. We got what they call Indigenous Columbus Day. Then you got Halloween. You got Thanksgiving. You got the Christmas, the New Year's. You got the holidays. And a lot of stuff happened during that time. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like want people, as you listen to this, like, hold up, listen to this. Sometimes you're going to be like, I'm going to wait for the New Year's to start doing that, to do the workout thing, to do all that good stuff. And I always say to myself, look, I'm a gym rat. I go to the gym 4 days a week. Sometimes I probably aim at 5. But I say I'm a gym rat in terms that I enjoy going to the gym because I do have a discipline to wake up early and then just start making myself going to the gym and do that little way. Just because I'm a gym rat, hey, listen, I think I might look like a little gym mouse, a big gym mouse. Pew, pew, you know what I mean? But that's what's going on. So the end of the year is here, just about. And I want people to prepare their mind, like what exactly it is. Once again, 2026, people will be like, damn, you New Year's resolution and all that good stuff. I tell people, look, listen, don't fall to that trick, man. Because that's where the gimmicks come in, the gyms come in. All this stuff comes in, that everything that you do in life had to do a lot with the beginning of the year. Us, like, hey, listen, I always said, every day, hit the reset button. If you had a great day today, you know what? Write something down, remember it. If you had a bad day tomorrow, then, the next following day, you hit the reset button. You don't have to wait until the next year. And I, sometimes I respect people and how they live their life. Maybe that's the way, that's your thing. But I see that a lot of people kind of struggle with weight. They struggle with stress, depression, addiction to whatever it is. Then sometimes you got to ask yourself, what is the common denominator here? And sometimes you could have these different people that are struggling in different aspects of their life with different things. And they have that one common thing. I'm most likely, if I sit down, hey, so when are you going to start doing, when are you going to start fixing yourself? Well, I can't wait until the New Year's. Barely. If I grab 10 people where all 10 have a different kind of situation that they feel like, it's holding them back. They busy at work. Again, they, fall into this little addiction or whatever, drinking or whatever the case might be. Gambling. If you have issues, hey, reach out and seek help. Let's say, weight loss, eating, whatever it is, bad habit that you get. If I grab 10 people, again, there's a good chance that even probably half or maybe a little bit have that mentality. Okay, I know I need to change myself, but in the new year, it's a new year, new me, type of deal. Hey, I say to myself, stop it. That's not good. That's never because remember, tomorrow's never guaranteed. I always said that. So how can we just together, like right now as we speak, we in August, the holidays coming. Remember, there's people. I'm in a small family, so that crazy stuff of people coming over, all that good stuff, and I'm in between. I got a small family, but those people that got big families, responsibility, it's a little stress with the cooking, who's coming over, what we doing, what, when, where, whatever the case might be. For those single people out there who just house hop, you know what I mean, like a bunny, like boing, 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 hey, living life. Those people who just don't know who I want to spend time with, you know what I'm saying, and they just don't do anything. Hey, I'm not knocking on that game, you know what I mean? That happened to me. Sometimes there's things even in my personal life, there's things in relationships that I need to address. There's a lot of things that, I want to address so that, Thanksgiving, the holiday comes in, I'm like laser focused. This is what I'm going to do. And that's what I want people to do, like laser focus on certain things. Just don't lose track. We almost a couple of months away from the end of the year. And we don't have to reset that button all the way. Because what? We in August, almost late August, September, October, November. So 4 months. You're going to really wait 4 months to hit the reset button, really? 4 months? A lot could happen in 4 months. Your addiction. Let's say if you're someone who enjoys a little extra drinking, you know what I mean? Hey, that happened to me in my past before. I enjoyed a little extra beers there and there. The holiday comes, the next thing I'm drinking gallons of whatever it is. Give me a keg, from like the old times. Like if I was like some type of Viking, like holding a big cup of whatever it is. I feel like I was in a fraternity party forever. Chug. You see, that's the thing there. Sometimes we go into these places where, hey, listen, whatever it is, if you're having issues like losing weight or whatever, you already know the holidays, you're going to be stuffing yourself. Even if you're someone that says, well, I stopped eating meat, but whatever it is, if you're a vegetarian, a vegan or whatever, you're going to stuff yourself with that stuff. Just because you eat that stuff doesn't mean that you ain't going to gain weight, Like I always said, 5,000 calories of meat is no different than 5,000 calories of veggies. If you're counting calories, you know what I mean? Sometimes you don't want to do that because that throws you off. It's whatever, feed your body to what best you can and what's affordable and what's out there, what's in your stretch, that in your reach that you could do it. So I want my peoples, my legendary Deconstructing Topic podcast family, I want my people to just start thinking already. Again, September, October, November, December, holidays. 4 months from now, yes, time is flying by, but it's like blah, blah. Get a routine from here to going on. Wake up, waking up in the morning, it's a discipline. But a lot of people out here who listen to my podcast, there's a good chance you got to wake up in the morning because you got some type of responsibility. What if we decide to wake up a little bit earlier? What can we do with that extra time? What are we sacrificing for that extra time to wake up? Then we're sacrificing going to sleep early. Hey, listen, and this happened to me. It happened to a lot of people. You get home, you get tired. Let's say you work, you want to watch a movie. And the movie's like about an hour and something. I think for some reason the other day, I don't know what made me want to watch it, that movie Minecraft. I was just curious. I know about Minecraft. And somewhere I see that there were like, I think 55 minutes in the movie. And I was getting a little bit sleepy. But, there's people that just be like, okay, I started watching the movie. Let me finish watching the movie. I was like, you know what? I closed my laptop. I'm out. I'm gone. I'm going to sleep. But you see, I wake up early the next day. And sometimes you got to think like that. What can we do? What routine in the night can we sacrifice to say, you know what? I don't mind sleeping 30 minutes early. Forget about these shows. Forget about whatever it is. Sacrifice something. And let's see if that you can translate it into waking up early. And then what can you do to wake up early? There's a lot of stuff. And I sometimes don't want people to have that vocabulary. Well, David, I can't, my circumstance. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But one could say is this. If you know that you want, like deep inside, if you know that you want to make a change in your life, then you know you can. If you start telling yourself that you can't, which is not a good vocabulary to have, if you continue to wake up that you can't, then basically life is just going to throw you with little situations here where you actually attracting that can't. I know people that have bought exercise equipment for home. Why you buy that exercise bike for? Well, I'm going to see if I could do. Okay, so that means somewhere in your life, you bought that bike. That means that you're doing something in your life that you could do it. That means that you can make time. Yeah, well, I'm going to do my best. The next thing, that bike becomes a clothes hanger. Or catching dust. No, it's just that I've been busy. But wait a minute. What happened that you went from buying the bike because you can to now I don't know what you can't? And I'll guarantee you, if you sit down, you talk to that person, whatever it is in between is procrastination. And I always say procrastination is a form of depression because you don't do anything. When you don't do anything productive in your life and you're just sitting down, because guess what? Sometimes a lot of people, I hate to say it, it's funny how you just feeling a certain way and you're not going to use your exercise bike, but you could eat chips. A big bag of Doritos. Hey, I'm not being paid by Doritos or any anti-Dorito company here. I'm just saying, Doritos. Got that cheese, get your fingers all cheesy. But that's the fact. That you ain't gonna do anything productive between that person that bought the bike versus the person that has the bike that's not using it. You know what I mean? And I know that a little circumstances come in life, but trust me. You start giving 5 minutes in that bike, because that's the other thing too. And that's one of the things, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be talking about in my podcast down the line, a little exercise routine or a little routine. Let's start a routine. Sometimes people say, you know what, because you hear the things that, it's always that thing, that mindset. You need to at least do 30 minutes of something, right? And I get it, I get it, because you want your body to kind of be, at least have this percentage of the day that is active, right? Besides some of the fun stuff, you know what I mean? Wink, wink. But we're going to emphasize that. Listen, we need some time. Don't go out there and let your whatever programs, whatever it's internet articles, be like, well, you need at least need 30 minutes of. Start with 5 minutes. How about that? You might say, oh, but why can't we do it in 5 minutes? What you're not doing in 5 minutes? You know what I mean? Because you're gonna waste 5 minutes on nothing. So why not just jump in the bike? Just get the legs rolling. Every day, let's go from 5 to 6 to 7 to 10. I don't know where you're going to realize, hey, listen, there's people, especially on the internet, on the phones. There's people out there using their phones. And I'm telling you, you take away 50% of their users on the phone because it's not just talking. You're on the YouTube, you're on this, you're on the TikTok, whatever it is, laughing, whatever. Take 50% off, and I'll guarantee the next thing is like, wow. So I use my phone that much, like an hour per day, that I do 50%. That's 30 minutes. Now those start 30 minutes that I'm using on the bike. I'm just saying. Let's get something going on. Let's get a little routine going on before the end of the year so that when 26 happen, you got something. You already envision a plan or you have something going on. But let's make it happen. My beautiful people, the Deconstructing Topic Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Deconstructing Topic Podcast and all those in between. Much love. Let's make it happen. You already know. Hit the like button, comment, share. It helps me. I got a little donation thing going on. It helps me. And it also helps you because saving a mind is saving a life. Let's make it happen. I'm out of here. Peace. Woo!